Hi everybody, Sean O'Kane here with Chip Estimate TV, where we bring you the latest trends and information in semiconductors and IP and everything in between. There's a lot of conversation today about IoT, the Internet of Things, or as some companies would say, the Internet of Everything. So this basically encompasses so many things, from the environment, education, healthcare, home devices. So to talk a little bit more about this is my guest, Mr. John Blyler, Editor-in-Chief of Chip Design Magazine and Embedded Intel Magazine. Hello, John.
Hi, Sean.
So John joins us once a month because he has these travels. We do these travelogues. Goes all over the world, finds the most interesting information and stories, and delivers them right here to Chip Estimate TV. John, let's just dive right into it. There's a huge market in wearables specific to the IoT movement, and where they're talking about not millions, but billions of devices that will be connected by the year 2020. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, you're right. I mean, there's going to be just a slew of devices. We're familiar with some. There'll be new ones. One of the things that's driving that, though, is also all the other things you're going to need. You know, battery technology is going to have to grow, and there's going to have to be new and different kinds of batteries. There's going to be have to be more sensors and sensor hubs, processors to handle all that. So it's all these other items, I think, that are going to help make that a huge market.
Well, everyone's been talking about the Samsung and the wearables and the soon-to-be announced Apple watches as the next big thing in wearables, but where else is there a big movement?
Well, lots of areas, too many to mention. So maybe let me just focus on one, which is fashion. Okay. That's, we as engineers don't cover very much maybe. And let me just pick one example. Dassault Systems, a French company, is using its modeling tools that they use in the chip industry to help the fashion industry, you know, interweave and place and put these wearables into new clothing and whatnot. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, very, very cool. So you talk about sports fitness, and probably the devices that most people experience are the thing like the Fitbits and things like that. But what else is tracking, let's say?
Well, there's a whole slew for amateur and professional sports players. You know, golf balls that are instrumented and you know, tennis rackets and whatnot. Let's switch gears just a tiny bit here, or a big bit. There's another kind of wearable as well. ARM has developed this bolus. They call this wireless bolus. It's for...
And this is it.
And this, yeah, this is... And well, it goes inside a cow stomach, and it's a part of the Well Cow project.
What's it called?
It's called Well Cow. Well Cow?
Yeah. Hello, cow. So you have to introduce yourself as you insert this. I mean, I would think you would
politely
introduce yourself, you know, to the cow. Cow, we're going to measure. So what does it do? It measures...
it basically measures the acidity inside the stomach to prevent things like, I think it's called acidophilus. Anyway, you know, that can certainly sour milk at the very least, and if not, make it a very unwell cow if not.
Well, and make it better for the consumers at, you know, in the end. Yep. So how is the design of IoT and the technology different from the embedded applications from the past?
From the past, I like that. Let's tell you what, let's set the Wayback Machine to March 2001.
Okay, Sherman, set the Wayback Machine.
Sherman, because I have the glasses, I guess, right? Okay, all right, I'll be Sherman. Back then, at the CTIA show, which was huge, they had one of the early wearable technology displays. It was on a runway, and they had models walking up and down with, at the time, very fashionable wireless devices, huge things by today's standards, right? Huge glasses and whatnot. And a couple of names that have disappeared, but at the time were very popular, were Transmeta, running the CPU, and Nanix, which was a derivative of Linux, and it was hoped to be the wearable software of the future. Well, you know, it didn't really happen. So from there to today, a lot of the concerns are still the same. Low power has to be there, and really low power beyond smartphones, because it's something you're going to wear, right? Communication, these things are going to have to be able to communicate wirelessly, so maybe 6 low-pan and Flutter and some new technologies to do that. And of course, all of the sensors that are going to be measured and aggregated. So there's There's a whole bunch of software stacks. There's a whole bunch of other hardware challenges that we have to figure out. Those would be different from before.
So aside from the hardware, which is really cool, it's software is where it's going to be at.
Yeah, software, and of course IP, our world, hardware and software. Some of the numbers are interesting. Mm-hmm. In the next 3 years, 50% of revenue from the Internet of Things is going to be from software, and it'll be from startups that aren't even around today. So that attests to how this market is we're not quite sure where it's going to go, but we know it's going to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So what I didn't explain to our audience in the beginning is you're in Vegas again, and it's kind of a tribute to back to 2001. It's kind of interesting, but you go to Vegas a lot, and what John does is he gambles at least 20% of his annual income.
Hope my wife won't see this.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
Yes. I want that Tesla.
Yes. So I'm glad to see you trying the tables again. So
well, as fun as Vegas is, I think we ought to set the Wayback Machine to something perhaps a bit more relevant.
DAC is coming up soon.
DAC. Let's set it back to one of the early DACs.
Let's say 1988, when budgets were bigger.
Budgets and EDA ruled the world.
John, I think we'll stop there.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for joining us again. For John Blyler, my name is Sean O'Kane. We'll see you next time on Chip Estimate TV.